guys started to take control around 35th minute. What did you see, I guess, most notably that kind of changed with your group around that time?
Honestly, I just think it was the set piece that we gave away. That was the only thing, really. I didn't think they had much the entire game, other than some really set pieces. And obviously disappointed to give that away. We worked on set pieces, a lot this week. Again, lost our marks on the second kind of regain. So it's another game again. We don't give up a goal from the run of play, open play, but certainly we gotta correct that. But loved how calm we were after giving up the goal, and we kept a steady hand the entire game. Made some adjustments at halftime. Thought those helped, and I thought the subs helped as well. Made a difference. Luis Diaz in particular, I thought really kind of helped open the game up. Lucas Zelerian again continues to show why he's one of the best players in the league. And I thought we learned a lot from last week. A week ago we were very disappointed, and we talked about just using it to grow and learn. And I thought we learned a lot this week, and you saw at the end we closed the game out really well and made the right subs as well, and I thought that was a big difference. So we improved from the San Jose game, and we gained confidence now being able to close out a game and come from behind. So I thought it was a really good performance across the board, really minus the set pieces. Eloy did make a couple saves though, but other than that, they didn't have a whole lot. It was all us, and we should have scored more goals.
And beyond just Lucas's goal and the delivery on the set piece, it felt like his work rate was at an exceedingly high level. Toward the end of the game, you saw him dribbling around 4 or 5 different defenders. I guess just where do you kind of see his game right now? It continued from the end of last year, but just how big of a difference maker is he holistically, not just as a goal scorer right now?
Yeah, Lucas is, I've said it since he's been here, right? He's one of the best players in the league. He's a special player. The technique on that first goal, that is high level. I mean, the technique for him to pop that ball basically at the pace and precision that he struck that ball with, that's world class. And like you said, the work rate that he had the entire game, tracking back, and I think it really just says a lot about him. You see very few players that have the attacking gifts he has and work as hard as he has, as hard as he does. And we need him to, because our team's a team that's going to be a team, and we have to do it through our defending with 11 guys and attacking with 11 guys. But I'm very, very pleased the 3 games. When you look at the bottom line, 7 points. The attacking, 9 goals now, 3 games. No open play goals defensively. Disappointing in the set piece defending. So we'll go back to the training ground and continue to work on that. Because if you take out the set piece defending, we've got 9 points and probably 3 clean sheets.
Congrats on the win, Coach. Early on in the match, it looked like Toronto had more opportunities than the team's probably seen defensively so far this season. You mentioned this week Salcedo was out, but they had other players. I know Mavinga didn't play today. Did anything in the Toronto lineup kind of throw off the team at first, or was it just adjusting to the match and maybe getting used to the elements before they settled in?
Yeah, one of the things we talked about, before the game was to make sure we read the game. Because obviously we prepare our guys for what we know. We don't have a crystal ball exactly what everybody's going to do. As the season goes on, you can have a better sense of the patterns, the systems that teams are playing. They started in a 3-4-3, which was a complete surprise. They hadn't done that this year, and the players that they were playing in the back 3 was a surprise as well. We knew they were going to be a little bit light with that lineup, but it took us a while, 20-30 minutes to kind of adjust to a different formation. They hadn't played that at all up to that point. So that's always going to be the case. There are going to be wrinkles that are thrown in. There are going to be different formations that are thrown in. San Jose played a back four with Jackson Ewell in the back line. That was the first time they had done that. So early in the year, it is about being able to read the game and make adjustments, because you're still trying to figure out the rhythm of a team and what system and formations they're going to use. And you can only prepare your team on what you know. And you can't prepare them for four systems and random systems that you've not seen. You prepare them for what you've seen from them, but you have to be able to adjust. And I thought we made great adjustments on the fly in that first half. And then you saw second half, now when we were able to now circle the wagons, move some magnets, show some clips, we took the game over.
And also on Eloy's performance today, up until this week, he hasn't really had a lot of run of play kind of saves, and today he had to make, I think, 2 or 3 when he only made 1 in the first 2. How big was his performance, especially that stop in the first half?
Big time. You know, that's him. You know, he's very steady. You know, our team's a good defensive team. We don't give up a ton. You know, we're not a team that just gets run over and gives up a ton of shots. So he has to be ready for the 1 or 2, 3. He did that today. You know, especially in that second half, he made a massive save to keep us in it until, and we talked about that. We got to stay in it. We got to put out transitions. We need a clean sheet in the second half. We knew we had the quality to score goals, and very pleased with that. Hope you guys are as well. You know, I think we're showing we can score goals in different ways, and another set piece goal, kind of a second wave set piece goal for us as well. So we're continuing to find goals on attacking set pieces, and I just loved our mentality, and I loved how calm we were, and hungry. This team is a very hungry team. It's a great group. One of the things I told them before the game is we need to push for the top every game. You know, let's not be the team hovering around the red line. Let's fight for the top every game, and I thought they did that today.
Thanks, Coach.
Tyler, Derek, and Jacob.
Coach, second half you guys really kind of started to pick up the pace, albeit set piece defending. What was the message to the guys in order to keep the ball away from Toronto?
Yeah, again, once we, you know, on the fly, you saw in the first half I was pulling guys over because they were playing a different formation, and you know, once they started to figure out a rhythm of the formation that Toronto was playing, we started to open them up, and then same thing at halftime. Now that we could kind of talk about a few things attacking and defensively, the main thing in the attack we talked about at halftime was switch and play and pulling our outside backs low on the switch, so then we could play through the lines to either Lucas, the 9, or the winger to then attack the back 3. And in the first half, we were kind of cycling it once and jamming it instead of switching play a couple times. When you do that, you open up seams to play through the lines, and I thought we did that much better in the second half. And then defensively, we moved out of a 4-4-2 structure that we started the game with into a 4-2-3-1. Which made a massive difference just defensively. So those are adjustments. These guys know, but obviously it takes some time to kind of look at what they're doing. And again, it's not a system that they've played this year. And the personnel they played in the back 3 was a massive surprise. But we knew over the course of the game that we would get a lot of chances with who they were playing at the back.
Derek and Jacob.
Coach Derek Smith from Master Report, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
With
you.
the totality of the series and the history with the 2 clubs, how much sweeter has this come from a home victory for your club?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, Trillium Cup, obviously, we know is a very important thing for the supporters, and it is for us as well. So it's good to kind of put the 3 points in the bank in that tournament, and obviously for our season goals, it's great to be 7 points in the first 3 games, and again, fighting for the top. You know, now we got to go on the road and play a very good team in the New York Red Bull, which will provide some very different challenges. The way that they press and play direct, and you know, get a lot of crosses in. So we need a good week of training again, and hopefully we can get that first 3 points on the road versus Red Bull.
Thank you.
Caleb, just based off of last week and having to come back today, how much was this kind of a real first test for your group and kind of the grit that you want to see this year?
Yeah, I think again, just showing such a good mentality. You know, for us to, you know, kind of have our heart broken, you know, late when we thought we had the 3 points in the bank on the road, and you know, for our guys to get bloodied and then pick themselves back up, and for us to go back to the process of improving and training and, you know, just being reflective, looking in the mirror, and our guys did that all week, and then now we're down a goal, right? And last year, you know, we didn't have at times a strong enough mentality to weather that storm or that adversity. In football, there's always lightning bolts that are popping in, and you know, it's a cruel sport, and goals change games, and goals rattle teams, and I just thought we were really calm and started to take the game over. You were spot on right around the 30th minute. Once we adjusted to the rhythm and made a few on the fly, you know, adjustments in what we were doing, and then halftime on, it was all us, and I thought our halftime adjustments were excellent. We learned as a staff too, just you learn your group, and sometimes on paper, you know, you think, okay, this sub and this position's a good one, but then you learn over the season maybe it's not a good one, you know, and then you don't make the same mistake twice, you know, and I've always been a guy that I know my mistakes. I tell the team my mistakes. I don't always tell you guys my mistakes, because then now everybody in the country knows my mistakes, right? But my guys know my mistakes. I tell them that, and I don't make the same mistakes twice.
Thanks, Eloy.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Caleb.
guys.
Thank you.
Yep. See you. Have a good one.